Yes, students, today we are going to study about DNA replication. So, what is DNA replication? It is the process by which the DNA produces the exact copy or replica of itself. It is called as DNA replication. It is a very interesting topic, the very basis of life. I think everybody should know how the cells in our body replicate, how the DNA replicates. So let us today find how DNA replicates. The process of replication is same in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So we can study either of the two for replication. Suppose this is the DNA strand. These are nucleotides. So during DNA replication, what happens is that the strands get separated. The strands get separated. This is one template. This is another template. And a new strand formation takes place here. This DNA template helps in the formation of new strand. Now this is the old strand. This is new strand. Another strand formation takes place here. So this is old strand and this is new strand. So when the new DNA is formed, it contains one old strand and the other one is new strand. One old strand and the other one is new strand. So this formation of DNA is called as semi-conservative replication. It is called as semi-conservative replication. It contains 50% old DNA and 50% is new DNA. Hence this replication is called as semi-conservative DNA replication. Okay? That means in this case the old DNA is not fully conserved. Okay? There is one strand of old DNA and the new strand of, it gets new strand of another DNA from the old strand. Okay? Now suppose this is another DNA strand. These are nucleotides. This is a DNA strand. To start the process of replication, it is important first of all to find the origin of replication. Origin of replication is the place from where the DNA replication will start. So in eukaryotes, the origin of replication are at several places, but in bacteria, that is in bacteria, this is DNA. The origin of replication is available only at the one place. But in eukaryotes, the origin of replication is at several places. But it depends on the adenine thymine sequence. As you know, adenine and thymine are bonded by double bond, and guanine and cytosine are bonded by triple bond. So it is very easy to break the double bond than the triple bond. So for this we require an enzyme called initiator protein. It is called as initiator protein. This enzyme finds the origin of replication over here. Suppose here it contains the sequence of adenine, thymine, adenine, thymine. So this initiator protein starts the process of separating this DNA strand from here. The initiator protein starts the process of separation from these two places, and it starts pulling up this DNA. So it bulges out like this. And after all, it separates like this. This portion is called replication form. This process is called replication form, through which the DNA replication takes place. Let us draw another diagram so that you can easily understand the process of replication. This is replication form. This is the template. This is also template. A template is the position on the DNA strand from where the replication of DNA starts. This is also template. Suppose this is 5' end, this is 3' end, then obviously it will be 3' end and this will be 5' end. Now the initiator protein has completed its job. Now we require another protein, that is called as DNA polymerase. It is called as DNA polymerase. These are nucleotides. Here also there are nucleotides. Okay. Let us first write down some specific features of DNA polymerase. As this DNA polymerase is dependent on this template for the formation of new DNA, so it is called as DNA dependent DNA polymerase. So the full name of the enzyme is DNA dependent DNA polymerase. DNA dependent DNA polymerase. Okay. The main feature of this enzyme is that it acts on the single strand of DNA. It acts on the single strand of DNA. It is very efficient and fast acting enzyme. It is very efficient and fast acting enzyme. It polymerizes the 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pairs in E. coli in just 18 minutes. It is so fast acting that it polymerizes 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pairs in E. coli in just 18 minutes. Means we can say that approximately 2000 bases per second. 2000 bases per second. So it is so fast acting enzyme, DNA dependent DNA polymerase. So the second enzyme we need is DNA dependent DNA polymerase. Now this enzyme is ready to act on single strand, but what it needs? It needs a primer to start the polymerization reaction. It needs a primer. So we have to provide him with RNA primer. Suppose this is RNA primer, and this RNA primer is produced by the enzyme called primase. It is RNA primase. This enzyme is called RNA primase. This primase enzyme helps DNA dependent DNA polymer to give it a piece of RNA so that the process of polymerization starts. Okay, suppose this is adenine, this is thymine, this is thymine, this is adenine. Then adenine will be bonded with uracil. As you know, in RNA, thymine is replaced by uracil. So adenine will be bonded by thymine, thymine will be bonded by uracil, again uracil and thymine. Now this RNA has bonding with this area. Now the DNA dependent DNA polymerase starts his job from here. So he starts attaching the nucleotides over here. Okay. This DNA polymerase takes the nucleotide available in the surrounding nucleoplasm and starts creating the new DNA strand. Okay. And also this replication process is a very expensive process. It requires a lot of energy. So the nucleoside which are available in the form of triphosphate. So this is the sugar molecule. This is phosphate group. So it has got two more phosphate group. When the DNA dependent DNA polymerase attaches over here, then these two phosphate groups are lost, producing a lot of energy. So this energy used for the process of replication. So previously the nucleotides are available as triphosphate and then they become monophosphate. So these nucleosides are attached here up to this portion. Okay. And while attaching these nucleosides, this DNA dependent DNA polymerase also see at the back side what is happening at the back side. It says that whether the nucleotides which it attaching is attached properly or not, whether adenine is bonded with thymine or not, where cytosine is bonded with guanine or not. If anything is wrong, if the nucleotide is not attached properly, that nucleotide is removed and the proper nucleotide attached at that place. So it also does the job of repair. So this is a very efficient and effective enzyme, DNA dependent DNA polymerase. So this strand is now ready, and also this DNA dependent DNA polymerase study this template from 3'N to 5'N. This studies this template from 3'N to 5'N. It reads the template from 3'N to 5'N and decides which nucleotide is necessary for formation of the new strand. Okay. And now this new strand form has the polarity of, this will be 5'N and this will be 3'N. Okay. It is quite obvious. This is 3'N, hence this will be 5'N. So the DNA dependent DNA polymerizes the new strand from 5'N to 3'N. It polymerizes the new strand from 5'N to 3'N. Okay. Now let us see about this strand. This is the 5'N and this is the 3'N. Now DNA dependent DNA polymerizes from 5'N to 3'N, but it reads the strand from 3'N to 5'N. So we are required to provide here a primer which is a RNA primer. Okay, this is the RNA primer. Now this will be the 5'N and the nucleotides will be attached here, and this will be 3'N. Okay, understand? This will be now 5'N and this will be 3'N, and the polymerization reaction will take place from 5'N to 3'N. Again now this process is complete. Now what we require is to again separate this DNA strand so that the polymerization reaction starts inside also. So there is another enzyme which is called as helicase enzyme. This helicase enzyme helps to break the hydrogen bond inside over here, and this template widens. Suppose this is formation of new template. Again the same reaction continues here. It polymerizes and the polymerization continues over here also. So now what happens is that again we will be required to have another primer over here, another RNA primer, so that this reaction continues over here. Now what will happen is that now this will be the 5' end and this will be the 3' end. The previously 5' end would now become 3' end. Understood? So once again, this will be 5' end and this will be 3' end, and the polymerization process will start over here. Okay? So we can say that on this strand, the polymerization reaction is in pieces and it is discontinuous. The polymerization reaction is in pieces and is in discontinuation. So we can say that over this template the reaction is continuous and over this template the reaction is discontinuous. Hence this template is called as the leading strand. This template is called as leading strand. And this is called as lagging strand. As this template is lagging behind in the process of polymerization, hence this strand is called as lagging strand and this is leading strand. Okay. Now we have to remove these RNA pieces which are over here. This after the formation of DNA strand, these RNA pieces are removed by another enzyme called RNase. This enzyme is called RNase. Now that enzyme comes into action and removes this primer from here. Now we have to attach these DNA strands which are formed here. Here is a gap. So these strands are required to be attached. So that process is done by DNA ligase. DNA ligase. Okay. DNA ligase acts as a gum. DNA ligase acts as a gum. Now let us remove this RNA primer. And this DNA ligase attaches this strand. So enzyme involved in the process of DNA replication are initiator protein, DNA dependent DNA polymerase, RNA primase, helicase enzyme, RNase and DNA ligase. And this process continue for the entire DNA strand, and hence the strand produces one old strand and another new strand, one old strand and another new strand. Hence this DNA replication is called as semi-conservative DNA replication. Okay, I hope you understood what is DNA replication. Student, one thing I forgot to tell you, as we have seen that the DNA strand formation on this template is in pieces or fragments. Those fragments are called as Okazaki fragments. Okazaki fragments. These fragments are called as Okazaki fragments. Okay? So I hope you understood DNA replication. Thank you.